phone problems, so I find the phone up against my ear very, very difficult to
right, okay.
thingy.
All right. It's just cases you sound a bit distant, so I may struggle to hear you. So just obviously to make you aware, all right? So no issues there at all.
Okay.
All right. So with regards to I obviously got a ring to find out what's the reasons for the request, and obviously to make sure it meets the criteria.
Okay.
So you were previously in a relationship with Michael, were you?
Well, what it is quite complex, to be honest.
Yeah.
In 1999, I was actually in a very, very brief relationship with
With Michael,
someone I knew to be Nicholas Jones. That was his actual name. Now, it was a very, very short-term relationship, which culminated in him assaulting me. And being convicted of said assault in Cardiff Magistrates Court. I believe it to be around the year 2000, roughly, give or take.
All right, okay. He was convicted for that, was he?
Yes.
So his name at the time was Nicholas Jones, not Michael Davis?
Yes, that's correct.
Right, okay. Yeah, no problem.
Now, obviously, I didn't have any contact with him thereafter. Nothing at all. I believe, if I remember correctly, he was fined and given a suspended sentence.
Right, okay.
What happened then was fast forward 25 years on.
Wow, right,
and I'm quite active on social media, particularly Twitter. I got a profile on there, and I got lots of support and lots of friends on there and what have you. Obviously, my name is relatively unusual. It's not like, Jones or Evans or something like that,
Yeah.
So he's obviously, he's obviously come across me on social media. I discovered that he now lives in Norfolk, rather than Wales, and he's changed his name again. Now, I was told by the police that that his name is that he changed his name to Michael Davis, but his actual online name, and the name I believe he's changed to now, a third time, is REUBEN CHERRY.
Right, okay, yeah.
So, basically, he's been harassing me relentlessly online, absolutely, really horrifically, because of some perceived revenge from 25 years ago, He has been reported to the police. He was arrested on the 27th of June for harassment of me and placed on bail.
Right, okay.
So that's the reason for the request, basically, to prove that, he's my ex, and to prove that there was an assault all those years ago.
Right, okay, yeah, no problem. So what's the kind of communication you got with him now at the moment? As in, how do you know he lives in Norfolk?
Because I did my own inquiries when initially I thought it was just some stranger, some nutter,
Right.
Just some sort of psychopath who was just doing it, for the hell of it. But he seems to be fixated and very, very, very obsessed. I mean, he's been continuing to harass me now for near on 7 months.
Right.
He's continued despite warnings to stop. He just will not stop. He just completely refuses to stop. So, having done a few clues from the police, and done my own research, I discovered that his actual identity is Nicholas Jones, because I thought to myself, well, why would someone be doing this? Why would someone be going on, I mean, if you're annoyed with someone online, it is not normal in any way, shape or form to continue this level of harassment, for ages and ages and ages. So that kind of made me feel a bit unnerved, to be perfectly honest, So, like I said, I did my own digging. I discovered from a few clues with the police and putting the jigsaw together and a few bits of research I'd done myself that, what his true identity is. And it's kind of snowballed from there, to be perfectly honest.
Right, okay. So when you were with him in 1999, his name was Michael Davis?
No, his name was... In 1999 I believe, his true name, his birth name to be Nicholas Jones.
And that's the name he was using when you were in a relationship with him, is it?
Yes. It was only, like I said, a very, very, very short-term relationship.
Right,
I think I was only with him about I don't think it was even 2 months, to be honest.
Wow, right,
One night,
okay.
after we'd eat. Now, the other thing of very, very, very real concern for me is I recall, only vaguely, because I haven't got a great memory, to be honest, that at the time he had bipolar disorder and he had really serious manic episodes. He used to smoke a lot of cannabis and take other drugs, I think, as well, which I really, really didn't like because I never have, and I really don't like it. I don't even smoke, so I used to tell him, do what you like when you're not with me, but don't do anything to me, kind of thing,
Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah.
So I really, really don't like it, so I think that he's probably still got those psychotic episodes, which is very worrying for me.
Yeah.
And, whether he's still taking drugs or not, who knows,
So with regards to your relationship, like I said, you're not going to get back with him or anything
God,
like that,
God, no, never. Absolutely not, but I need to know, his true identity, and I need proof of the assault to show the police so that they take this harassment seriously.
So what do you want proof for the assault? Proof of what assault now?
Proof of the assault back in 1999 by Nicholas Jones.
Right, but obviously you said you was the victim of that and he was convicted. So who are you trying to prove it to?
Prove it to the police, because they won't give me the information. They won't tell me.
But
they won't take it seriously.
You don't need to prove it to the police, because the police would already be aware if he's been arrested.
But they're not admitting it. They're not admitting that this person is Nicholas Jones. So, ultimately, in the absence of any support from the police, I want to take civil action against this individual.
Right, okay. So with regards to the harassment that you had from him, you've reported that, have you?
Yes. Like I said, he was arrested on the 27th of June by Norfolk police.
Right, and what happened with that? What was the outcome?
They haven't done nothing. They're very, very, very unsupportive, as most public services are, in my experience.
Right, okay. So does they say that they're not taking it any further?
They haven't really done anything of any value, to be perfectly honest.
Right.
They really haven't. Right. So, like I said, ultimately, I'm backed up against a brick wall here, am I meant to put up with this continued harassment forever? I mean, it's absolutely hideous what he's saying about me all of the time.
Have you made any contact with him at all?
Not at all, no. I mean, what happened... To give you a bit of the background, he contacted me on Twitter under the name REUBEN CHERRY on the 29th of February this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't know his true identity then. I had no idea. I just thought he was a random stranger. Yeah. And we've both had issues. Well, apparently he's had issues with the police himself. And he sort of started off by contacting me and moaning about some issues he's had with Norfolk police. I was polite. I kind of engaged in conversation with him a little bit on, via Messenger on X. But it was very much, there was nothing personal at all. It was only about our issues my issues with South Wales Police, his issues with Norfolk Police. Kind of went on then for a little while. Like I said, nothing personal, nothing intimate, nothing like that. No hint of any kind of relationship stuff. Right. And I never wanted that anyway, to be honest. I'm okay, I'm quite happy single at the moment. But anyway, cut a long story short, I was getting sick to death of... I was getting absolutely sick to death of reading the same old nonsense on my feed from him. So basically, it was all about Norfolk Police all of the time. And it was quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Quite strange what he was putting online about Norfolk Police. Something about them stealing his data, attacking cell sites, stealing, unlawfully stealing data from mobile phones and things like that, Right. Yeah. And every day was the same old nonsense. I thought, I'm sick of reading the same old thing here. Every day in, day out, just the same old tosh. So basically, I muted him, which on Twitter I think means it hides the post for like 28 days or whatever it is normally.
Okay.
So it's not the same as blocking. You just don't see it, you know.
Right. Yeah, I'm with
So
you. Yeah.
you just don't see it for a period of time, but they can still see what you were posting, as far as I'm aware. So basically, come the 26th of May, and a friend says to me, you need to get onto X. And I was like, why? What's going on? And she said, there's someone attacking you really, really badly on there.
Yeah.
I was like, what? So she said, get on there and have a look at this profile. So I went on there, and I looked at his profile, and it was post after post after post after post after post, all about me on his profile. And I was like, what the hell is this? And that really upset me, because he was, he knows nothing about my case against my rapist, absolutely nothing whatsoever. He knows nothing about me or my life as it is now, He knew very little about me back 25 years ago, to be honest, But, the posts were just awful, really, really, really upsetting.
Yeah.
They were absolutely a full frontal, attack, unprovoked attack. So I thought, what the hell is going on here? So I sort of wrote a few thingies in my defence, called him a liar. And at this point, I didn't know who he was.
Right,
so
okay.
I had no clue, I just thought he was a nutter online, And obviously then I reported initially to South Wales Police, because my concern initially was that he was actually my abuser, because he knew things that he wouldn't otherwise know. Information about my case against my rapist, which he wouldn't know. So, for example, he knew that I was raped on an industrial estate in a vehicle. There was no way he would have known that if, And I thought to myself, how the hell this has got to be Robert Witchell? Because otherwise he wouldn't know those details, There's very, very few people that do know the actual details.
Yeah, I'm with
So
you.
I thought, oh my God, this is Robert Witchell using a pseudonym. So I initially reported to South Wales Police because I thought it was Robert Witchell.
Right, okay.
My rapist. And then thereafter, he continued. So I did a bit of sort of Googling, found out that REUBEN CHERRY was a real individual that lived in Norfolk, and then reported to Norfolk Police.
Oh, right, okay. So the request for the Clare's law at the moment then, obviously, let me explain a bit about Clare's. Clare's law is a safeguarding tool, all right, which we give to people to warn them of somebody's past.
Okay.
So they can make a decision, an informed decision about their relationship.
Okay.
All right. Obviously, you've got no intention of being in a relationship.
Yes.
All right. Or you've been in one. Obviously, you've got an idea what he's about. You've got no intention of resuming that relationship.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
So a Clare's law wouldn't be applicable on...
Well, it would, because he's a danger to me and he's a danger to other women. What's stopping him finding me? What's stopping him finding me and attacking me a second time? What is stopping that happening?
But a Clare's law is not going to, obviously, give you that information.
Well, but it would give me some useful information that I could take, that I could use.
From 1999.
Excuse me a minute, but it would give me useful information that I could use going forward to safeguard myself. That's what the purpose of it is. It's to safeguard, isn't it? Irrespective of whether you're in a relationship or not. It's to safeguard.
It is. It's about being in a relationship. You can have it obviously on an ex-partner, but there are kind of circumstances, as in whether there's children.
So in other words, you were safeguarding him. And fuck my protection. Is that right?
That is not that's not what I'm saying, Louise. All
so
right?
That's essentially what you are saying. I was assaulted by him 25 years ago. I'm entitled to that information. I'm entitled to receive information regarding an assault where I was the person assaulted.
Right. If you want information on the instance that you were involved in with him, you can request that via a subject access request, which you can.
And you think the police are going to help me? Do you? You think?
Sorry?
You genuinely think that the police, South Wales Police, are going to give me that information? Let me tell you now, South Wales Police have done absolutely fuck all ever to help me.
Right, is there any need to swear?
No, but I suffer with CPTSD. Essentially I put up with shit from South Wales Police, abuse for goodness knows how long. And now I'm putting up with abuse from this scumbag as well. And nobody have got the balls to safeguard.
Right, okay.
Ultimately, South Wales Police are not going to give me that information because they're useless and they only actually safeguard paedophiles and scumbags. That's essentially what South Wales Police do. And by the way, I didn't catch your name at the beginning of this call. What department you're from?
Right, I explained to you I was from Safeguard and you put in a Clare's Law request.
Yes.
So I actually deal with a Clare's Law request in the domestic abuse unit with South Wales Police.
Right, okay. So therefore you work with South Wales Police and you were saying that I should put in a safeguarding request. Is that right?
No, I didn't say a safeguarding request. What I said...
date access. Sorry, I got my words wrong there. Subject access request.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. That will give you information on anything the police always about you and obviously any instance involving yourself and...
Except South Wales Police don't give you anything that helps you or incriminates them or other people. I have taken South Wales Police to civil court to get the data that I requested from them. South Wales Police, your employers, do nothing whatsoever to help me. And you know damn well by your records that they never have. They paid me 40k compensation and then basically expect me to go away and leave them alone. After officers, or should I say thugs, egotistical, power-hungry thugs, officers of South Wales Police assaulted me.
Right, okay. All I'm
and I know that you don't believe me. I know I'm well aware of that, okay?
Yeah.
I am well aware of your condescending, dismissive attitude. Well aware of that. I can hear it in your voice. But let me tell you now, okay? I pay your wages, first of all. You're a public servant. Please be mindful of that. Please revisit your attestation that you swore to serve and protect. And please be mindful that I am the victim. I am not the perpetrator, nor have I ever been the perpetrator. And don't treat me with that disdain. Don't appreciate it and will not tolerate it.
Right,
I don't give a shit whether you believe me or not.
I can't have a conversation with you. I'm going to end the call.
I don't give a damn. Fine, this is being recorded and it'll be placed online.